Hello everybody, happy Friday. It is the final lesson of Destination Reader for this week, but there will be more next week and we will carry on reading the Minpins by Roald Dahl. I hope you've had lots of fun reading. I certainly have, so let's carry on to today's lesson. Just like yesterday, there will be keywords in red that will help you with your learning, and there will be questions for you to answer in blue, and I will be asking you to do some writing. Before we begin, please check that you have a copy of the story, a strategy prompt sheet, a pencil, a pen, or a piece of paper, or your home learning book for your writing. Press pause now, and then press play when you're ready to start reading. The Minpins by Roald Dahl. And just like we've been doing all week, we are going to be asking questions again today. This is the final day of asking questions. Next week, we will be moving on to something new. And you've really grown your skill of asking questions this week. And I hope now you've realised that the more questions you ask, the better you become a reader. And as you understand more and more, we all know now why good readers ask questions. So, why do good readers ask questions? I hope you remembered from yesterday's lesson. Good readers ask questions as they read because it helps them to understand what is happening in the story. Asking questions also keeps the reader interested and want to read more. Right, let's begin our final lesson of this week. So this week we've got vocabulary to learn. The first one is ventured. Have a little look. What I'll do is I'm going to say it first and you're going to repeat after me. Ventured. Ventured. Well done. Ventured is to go somewhere even though you know that it might be dangerous or unpleasant. And in our story, little Billy is going to be doing that, isn't he? Our next word is faint. Faint. Fantastic. Faint means that it cannot be clearly seen, heard, or smelt. So it's you can see it, hear it, and smell it, but not clearly. Well done, everyone. Our next word is fearsome. Fearsome. Making people feel very frightened. Okay, so we know that there is a fearsome creature in this book, and it's a creature that makes everybody scared. And our last word for today is galloped. Your turn. Galloped. Your turn. And that's to move or run forward really fast, so rapidly. You are galloping, so you are going extremely fast. Fantastic. Well done, everybody. Okay, so we are going to begin reading. So now, please open up page 11. Press pause if you need some more time, and then press play when you are ready to start reading. Just like every day, I'm going to be reading, and you're going to follow along. So you can use your finger, or you can use a ruler to help you guide along the page. I will stop now and let you find the page. Press pause and press play when you're ready. We will stop at different points to ask questions like we have been doing in the past few days. So let's start reading. When he had ventured some distance into the forest, little Billy stopped and stood quite still listening. He could hear nothing. Nothing at all. There was absolute silence. Or was there? Hold on just 1 second. What was that? Little Billy flicked his head round and stared into the everlasting gloom and doom of the forest. There it was again. There was no mistaking it this time. I've got some questions. Will little Billy meet anyone in the Forest of Sin? And what did little Billy hear? Let's keep reading. From far away, there came a very faint, wheezing, whiffling noise, like a small gusty wind blowing through the trees. Then it grew louder. Every second it was growing louder, and suddenly it was no longer a small wind. It was a fearsome swishing, whooshing, whiffling, snorting noise that sounded as though some gigantic creature was breathing heavily through its nose as it galloped towards him. Little Billy turned and ran. Okay, I've got some questions. Is this creature heading towards Little Billy? And can Little Billy outrun this creature? I think we should keep reading and find out. Little Billy ran faster than he had ever run in his life before. But the swooshing, whooshing, whiffling, snorting noise was coming after him. Worse still, it was getting louder. Okay, I've got more questions. Is Little Billy going to be caught by this fearsome creature? And does Little Billy manage to hide from this creature? Okay, over to you. What questions do you have about the story so far? I want you to ask your questions out loud to yourself or to an adult or a brother or a sister or your favourite toy, and then make a note of your ideas on a piece of paper or your home learning books. You're going to press pause and then press play when you're ready to carry on. Press pause now. Ooh, let's keep reading. This meant that the thing, the maker of the noise, the galloping creature, was getting closer. It was catching him up. Run, Little Billy, run, run, run! He dodged around massive trees. He skipped over roots and brambles. I've got more questions again. It's getting very interesting. What does this thing want from Little Billy? And will Little Billy trip over roots and brambles and fall? Very, very, very interesting, isn't it? Right, it's your turn now. What questions do you have? I want you to ask your questions out loud or say them to yourself or to an adult, and then write them down on a piece of paper or in your home learning books. I'm going to ask you now to press pause, and once you've done that, press play again. Press pause now. Okay, let's keep reading. Let's find out what is happening. He bent low to flash under boughs and bushes. He had wings on his feet, he ran so fast. But still, the fearsome swooshing, whooshing, whiffling, snorting noise grew louder and louder as it came closer and closer. Little Billy glanced back quickly over his shoulders, and now, in the distance, he saw a sight that froze his blood and made icicles in his vein. Oh, we're going to stop there again. And I wonder what could happen next. So I've got some questions that I want to find out. What did Little Billy see when he glanced over his shoulders? And is Little Billy scared from what he had just seen? What questions do you have? Ask your questions out loud or say them to yourself or to an adult. And then I want you to write them down on a piece of paper or in your home learning book. I'm going to ask you to press pause once you've done that, and then press play again. Press pause now. Fantastic, Year 3. You've done really well asking questions. I've figured that carrying on reading has actually answered some of our questions, haven't they? But we need to still keep asking questions if we want to know more, and that's what good readers do. On Monday, we will be continuing to read the Minpins, but we will be starting a new strategy. Do you know which new strategy we will start? And if you want to carry on making the list of questions that you have so far, you definitely can do that. Otherwise, Have a really lovely weekend and make sure you log on Monday so that we can read the next part of the Minpins together. Well done, everybody. Have a great weekend.